What up, what up? Welcome to Mr. Brown's class where there's no whining and no complaining. Today we're on lesson 1, and for some of you this is the first time that you've ever had one of these videos. Alright, so as we go through here, make sure that you're writing down notes, especially some of the vocabulary words and some of the problems that we work out. Now, some of them I'm going to ask you to pause it and work it out on your own and then come back and see how you did. Okay, so we're looking at arithmetic with whole numbers and money. We're also going to look at variables and evaluation. Now these are some key words that you need to write down. Very important that you'll see all year and for several years. Okay, counting numbers. Okay, counting numbers are numbers we say when we count. Right, so if we're counting out M&Ms, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so forth. Okay, those are counting numbers. Now, a lot of times you're going to see whole numbers. Now, whole numbers are counting numbers and zero. So the only difference between whole numbers and counting numbers is zero in the whole numbers. Okay, that's the only difference. Okay, so know those two things. All right, now what we're going to spend a lot of time on today is operations of arithmetic. Now, all you need to know is arithmetic is addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. All right, our standard operations. Okay, we're going to deal with money today. So you can write money two different ways. All right, you can write a dollar sign, and you can write $1.40, right? Or you could say 140 cents. Okay, notice how I do not have a decimal point when I use the cents. All right, so if I wanted to write 47 cents, I could write it that way, or I could write it this way. This is one of the biggest things that people mess up on. Okay, so 47 cents, right? Or we write 47 cents as a dollar and then a decimal. Okay, this is the way that we're going to use most often. Okay, but you need to understand this. Okay, so let's talk about addition. Right, these are going to be new vocabulary words for a lot of you. Okay, all right, so addend plus addend equals a sum. Right, so let's give it an example. Okay, so if we have 36 plus 472 plus 3,614, that's going to equal something. I want you to go ahead and see if you can figure this out on your own. So go ahead and pause it. Right, and I'm going to erase this part over here so I can work this out. Okay, so let's see how you did.
I'll be back.
So we're going to put, now remember when we're adding and subtracting, we need to line up all place values. Alright, so we're going to take the larger number, 3,614. Alright, we're going to take our next larger number, 472. Make sure that we have the place value set up. So the 4 is in the hundreds, 7's in the tens, 2 is in the ones. We go to 36, 3 is in the tens, 6 is in the ones. Now we can add them up. Make sure that when we're adding and subtracting, we line up our decimal. So we add these up, 6, 4, that's 12, carry the 1, 7, 3, 10, 11, 12. All right, 6 and 4 is 10, 11. And we get 4,122. How'd you do? Great. All right, let's look at another one. Let's take $1.45. All right, add $6, and then add 8 cents. Now, Again, these are the problems that are going to come up a lot where you have $6.08. It's very important that we line up the decimals. So $1.45, 1.45. All right, then when we have $6, that's 6.00. That's 6 whole ones. All right, and then 8 cents. 8 cents is in the hundredths place. Now we can add them up. All right, and think about money. 8 cents would be 0.08. So we have 13, 5. Break down the zero or the decimals, and then $7.53. Okay, let's move on to subtraction. All right, and again, it's the minuend minus the subtrahend. All right, so if we have 5,207 minus 948, that's going to equal the difference. All right, the minuend's the first number. 5207. Go ahead and pause it and see if you can figure this out. All right, line up the place values: ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. All right, we're going to have to borrow because 7 minus 8 we can't do, so we can't borrow from the 0. Make that 1. Make this 10, but then we're going to make it a 9. All right, so 17 minus 8 is 9. 9 minus 4 is 5. Can't do that, so 4, make this 11. 4,259. Okay, let's do a tricky one here. $5 minus 25 cents. This is a tricky one. Go ahead and pause it and see if you get the right answer. Okay, so again, $5 is 5.00. 25 cents is 0.25. Can't borrow here, so we're going to borrow 4. Make this a 10. We still have to borrow again, so this becomes a 9, and that is a 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 minus 2 is 7. 4 minus nothing is 4. So $4.25. Okay, now let's move on to multiplication. Multiplication is a factor times a factor equals a product, and we'll talk a lot about factors this year. All right, different ways that we can see this is 4 times 5 equals 20. We could have a 5, and this is what we'll see a lot. 4 times 5 equals 20. Right? We could also have 4 parentheses 5. For some of you, this is going to be new. This means multiplication, 4 times 5. Another way that you can see is A times B. Right? If it's a letter and another letter, and they're together like this, this means multiplication. If we have 4 like that, that also means 4 times B. That's something new. All right? Division. Okay, so the dividend divided by the divisor equals the quotient. Now, how does this look? If we have 20 divided by 4 equals 5. But if we wrote it like this, all right, the dividend would be on the inside. The divisor's on the outside, and the quotient is up here. Okay? And the dividend is on top of the divisor if we write it like a fraction. All right? 20 divided by 4 equals 5. All right? Pretty easy. We're going to do some practice problems here. Okay, I want you to try to do these 3 problems on your own, and then come back and see how you did. All right, so when we're multiplying, make sure that we do not line up. We don't have to line up decimal places or place values. We take the larger number, 164 times 23, right? 12, 18, 3, 4. Right? Then we come to the second place value, so we put a 0 down here. 2 times 4 is 8. 12, 3. Our answer is 3,762. Right here, again, we don't have to line up the decimal places. Okay, we know everything times 0 is 0, so we don't have to worry about that. So we go to this place value. Right, now, since this is 2 over, we have to go 2 over here. Our answer is $93.60. Okay, here, this is the longer number, and it's 0.29 times 5. Right, 2 spots over, $1.45. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, again, pause these, right, and then come back and see what you got as an answer. All right, on these. All right, the second number goes on the outside when we're solving this. Okay, that's the divisor. The dividend goes on the inside. All right, so let's go with 2. All right, let's go with another 2. Get a remainder of 2. All right, so our answer for right now is going to be 22 with a remainder of 2. All right, and for right now, we can just leave that as our answer. All right, we'll work on different ways that we can do that later. All right, 5 goes on the outside, 1260 on the inside. 5 goes into 12 2 times. All right, bring down the 6. Bring up the decimal. All right, 5 times 2 is 10, so we get a remainder of 0, so that's our answer. All right, everybody have a nice night. Remember, be more awesome.